What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius trial guide, and today we're going to be taking on the Iron Giant, this big colossus of manliness and toughness and swords, and we're going to be trying to get the Iron Colossus armor, which is a very good reward. Pretty good. It's a direct upgrade from Demon Mail, and a lot of people are using Demon Mail anyway, and I think it's a great reward. Plus, it looks awesome, and we get like a tank upgrade, pretty much a tank mastery kind of upgrade. If we do all the achievements, which are not that hard to do. This boss is actually stupid if you can't deal with his physical damage, and stupid easy if you can. And today we're going to be joining the dark side in my trial guides, and we're going to be using a full evade tank. That's right, guys. I always condemned it before, but we're getting to the point where, you know, trials are based off 5-star bases. Eventually 7 stars are going to be in the game. So I've decided to succumb. Either we'll use Big Willie in my guide. You guys can choose in the comments below, or I'll use a full evade tank. It's really up to you. But the full evade tank, I couldn't believe it the first time I ever used it. The power, unlimited power. I felt like Emperor Palpatine, like just crushing noobs. But anyway, let's talk about what this boss can do. So, before 50%, so at 50% he changes up a bit. Before that, he pretty much just auto attacks you for a lot of damage, though. He hits pretty hard. He casts Meteor every turn. And then at 80% and 60%, he's going to cast a move called Reaper, where he does AoE physical damage. So, with our physical evade tank, we're going to take Warrior of Light. He's going to be provoking, getting all those single target attacks. And then he's going to be AoE physical covering and just dodging it all because he's totally can evade everything. And we're going to take that part of it is not going to be annoying at all. But let's talk about the Meteor. We're going to need some health on our units. We're going to need some spirit. We're going to need a breaker. You can break anything you want on this guy. Attack, spirit, magic, and defense. He does have like 300 defense, but a very small 35 spirit. So when we're fighting this guy, magic is the way to go. You're going to want to go in there and do some magic damage. In my opinion, that's the way to go. Well, you'll see my team here in a minute. And past 50%, it gets a little more tough. He has an AoE, 2 AoE fixed damage moves, and it's 1,000 damage, so it's not that big of a deal with the damage, but then he'll cast Meteor also, so like it's kind of crazy. But he'll cast an AoE move that can paralyze everybody, so we need paralyze resist up. If you can't burst him down, like, you know, you get to like 51% and then burst him down, which we can. I'll show you guys how to do it. And the other move is the one that's more hard to deal with. It is the move that takes away your MP. It's like an MP drain. And I'm sure that if you have higher up units, better MP, somebody like Ace who can just give you MP back, but he'll need MP. You could deal with that pretty well, but I'm choosing to attempt to burst him all the way down and kill him on the spot. So, again, if you're looking to beat this trial guide, you need a really tanky physical tank or an evade tank. They need to be able to AoE cover. You need a way to deal with Meteor, which I think is just breaking down his magic and spirit, or his magic, and then boosting up your spirit and having some health to be able to deal with that. And then being able to crush him down, and I'm using a summoner Garnet. I'm going to use Garnet, we're going to use Bahamut, we're going to chain it up, using CG Sakura to use her her big thunder move and just take him down all the way down from 50% to 0. Something like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our units. We're going to be doing Elite. The actual rewards you need to do no items, use a Limit Burst, which is not going to be that tough to do, and then evoke an Esper. So essentially, that's why we're taking Garnet. We can evoke an Esper easily. She's going to be kind of like our pseudo healer, and then she's going to be doing big damage with Bahamut, so that's going to be good. I look to take a CG Sakura friend. I think CG Sakura is amazing. One, she has the ability to cast mana regen on everybody, and then she just has tons of damage with her Final Thunder move. That's Quick Final Thunder. You can cast that twice in a turn thanks to her ability. Another thing I want you guys to point out, if you guys are building this up as your friend unit, take Maneater Plus if you have it. It is going to boost up your damage. This is a man baby, and yeah, so take Maneater Plus. That'll help you out tremendously. So I'm going to go ahead and take Justin here into the fight. As you can see, really you just want as much spirit on your people as you can with HP. Oh yeah, I am taking 9S. So for everybody out there who doesn't have 9S, that's okay. Take a breaker if you have CG Lid. That's amazing. 9S is breaking and then also thunder imperiling or lightning imperiling. However, you know, your CG Sakura can do that too. That's in her kit, along with the reduced damage taken if you guys want to be messing around with that. But I'm taking him. I love 9S. I haven't been able to use him in my trial, guys. I think it's about time I bust them out and start using them. So again, my Warrior of Light is nowhere near free to play evade as it can be. I'll leave a link in the description, not a link, but I'll leave a number of items in the description below that you guys can obtain that were free to play or from events, or that you can grind for right now in order to make your unit 100% evade. But this is how I have him built up right now. I have paralysis, I know, quick assaults, I know. But I just didn't have the other things, and I didn't want to worry about getting them. And I know I've joined the dark side, but we're just going to have to give up with that. Again, provoke and AoE physical cover tank. Next up, we have Garnet. Again, we're just building her up to have paralyzed resist just in case we hit that point where we do end up needing the paralyzed resist after the 50%. And we're running up with a lot of spirit and all the Evo magic we can slap on her, baby. Make sure she's enhanced. And if you have, you know, Yuna, Aiko, any of them other summoners, Rydia, take them in there and use them too, because they're going to be able to do just as much damage. And be able to do a little more other things too. 9S, essentially I just have him built up whatever's on him. Honestly, I was going to use his limit burst, but it's not maxed out to do the 54% break on his limit burst. But I don't have his limit burst maxed out. I thought I did, but because I haven't been using him, I don't have it up. So essentially, I don't even need this Aegeon arm. You just throw whatever you want on him. You just want him to survive. He's going to be, again, taking turns to break magic and spirit for us. He's going to be taking down the lightning. He's going to lightning and peril, and then he has the move where he can do reduce damage on everybody, damage mitigation. And then we have Double Ash. And Double Ash are just going to be our chainers, guys. As you can see, nothing too crazy on the equipment here. And you don't need them to be maxed out on magic or anything. Essentially, they're here to chain up so your CG Sakura and then your Bahamut can do a lot of damage. Also, I love Ash because she's easy to chain with. She can get up a pretty high chain on her own, and she heals your team up. So that's why I like them, and that's why we're taking them. So let's get into the fight and see if we can beat this guy and take him down. If we fail on this attempt, there may be a different CG Sakura on my team, just to let you know. It'll cut right here, then it'll be another CG Sakura, and I'll be like, oh, messed up. Anyway, okay, so on the first turn for the Iron Giant, we're going to go ahead and cast Provoke. Again, we want to be tanking those auto attacks. Our first Ash is going to cast, where is it at? Meditate. That's going to put up our Magic and Spirit. I like that a lot. I forgot to mention that's what Ash can do too. We're going to have this Ash go ahead and cast Heaven's Fury. Guys, something important in this game that we're getting into now is you got to learn how to chain. We're going to use the quick refresh to make sure we don't run out of MP, and then quick final thunder. That's going to be the move that we're building up. It can do so much damage if we use it consecutively, and that's what we're hoping to do. Garnet is only going to be here to pray for the Eidolons and then also give us some health back if we need it. And then again, 9S is going to go in there and break. If you have a better breaker that can break magic and spirit higher than that, use them, or someone who can do it just as much as him. It's 50% for him. So we'll do that. Then we're going to go ahead and cast, use Justin here, and then cast off that, and hopefully we can chain it up a little bit. There we go, a little bit of a chain. 98%, only did 2%, right? So here's what he does. Notice how he's hitting Warrior of Light, missing because we have Evade, and then you cast Meteor, and everyone almost dies. Lots of damage. We're going to start mitigating that. That's all he does. Literally all he does. The only other thing he's going to throw in every single turn above 50% is the Reaper move where it's AoE physical damage, but we have that covered with our Warrior of Light, so we're fine. With Warrior of Light, every turn I just do Light is with us and Provoke. I just slowly build that up, guys. We're going to go ahead and have Heaven's Fury be cast. Heaven's Fury. Justin over here is going to go ahead and cast Quick Combo. And then we're going to do Final Thunder, Final Thunder. Just to be safe, I like to go ahead and cast the Spread Shield now. That's going to mitigate some damage for us. You guys can have different ways you want to do that. And then we're going to pray to the Eidolons again, try to get that gauge up so we can cast Bahamut when we need to. So to be able to do this for me, I click Justin, I wait a second, and then I click the other two for Heaven's Fury. You guys can be using your physical chainers. It doesn't exactly have to be. See what I'm talking about? Lots of damage. She's not even built up all the way yet. She's not even... CG Sakura is not even built up all the way yet, and she just did that much damage. You do not have to use double magic. This guy is not physical resist. He just has a lot of defense. All I'm using Ash for is to build up the chain. Again, they also buff up magic and spirit. Also, they are healing me. But if you have a dedicated healer instead, you know what I mean? I'm just using them to chain up. I think it's pretty easy. So again, Warrior of Light, we're going to keep going off of Provokes and things like that. Garnet already has the Eidolon bar filled up, the summon bar. So we're going to go ahead and use Kiraga on the squad. This is where we didn't even have Lightning Imperiled either. Gosh, she does so much damage. So one of the things you guys have to be careful of, and I'm not chaining anymore with her, is that she's still ramping up. She is not done yet. You do not want to push past 50% on your own, or bad things will happen. So I'm going to go ahead and double cast this here and see how much damage it does. But I'm going to try to get as close to 50% as I can without... so what was he at, like 74? So I'm going to start single casting it. I'm going to try to get him as close to 50% as I can before pushing him. That way, when I do go for the push and try to one-shot him, you know, I have as much time as I can. You know, as much damage off him as I can. Because as soon as you push him past 50, excuse me, as soon as you push him past 50%, he is literally going to start going ham on you. He buffs himself up. And he does those moves where he takes your MP, he can paralyze you, he does Meteor still, and he does his auto attacks. Again, we don't care about the auto attacks because we're using the dark side of the force today on this video. We're going to go ahead and cast Kiraga again. I'm going to take this time to have Ash cast Meditate again. Go ahead and get that going. 9S needs to break the Magic and Spirit on our dude. And then I'm going to have Justin cast 1, because I think it's still building up. So we're going to cast 1 and see how much damage it does. 53. So next turn's going to be the turn, guys. That was close. It would have been nice if it was like 51, but next turn's going to be the turn where we try to take him down. Now, I am not the most efficient at... See, so does Reaper, you saw that, right? I think it did it already once before. So it didn't matter because our tank was good to go, evading that. And then Meteor happens, everybody loses their health. They go insane. So, I'm not the best at chaining Bahamut with these guys yet. And honestly... if I was better, you know, if I went, one of the things you can do is go on the test dummy and test this stuff out and get stronger with it. I'm just not the best at it. So we're going to cast Quick Final Thunder again. We just broke his Magic and Spirit. Since this is the last turn, I'm going to go ahead and put his Lightning Resist down just to make sure. And then we're going to get Bahamut with Mega Flare, and we're going to go to town. We're going to cast that first, then this, and then these two. Big boy damages, guys. I didn't even chain that up well enough. Again, I could use some practice, but essentially, there you go. You saw how much damage they can do. You saw what we could do with Bahamut and the CG Sakura. My God. Again, taking it down from 50%, and you can see, I think the biggest part about this boss is, 1, being able to one-shot it from 50%, and 2, being able to deal with his physical damage. If you have a better tank than this, surely you can find a way to do that. Without the 100% evade. But honestly, guys, if you're struggling with your tank, if they're not strong enough, if you don't have the TMRs to be able to do it, you're going to want to go ahead and... What was I going to say? You're going to want to go ahead and start building towards that full evade. It's going to help you guys in a lot of the trials going ahead. The one thing I don't think I did there was cast a Limit Burst, but I'm pretty sure I could have. I totally forgot about casting a Limit Burst. But again, guys, you guys can fit that in there. It's no big deal. But the damage is insane. It's absolutely insane. It's incredible how much damage you get. That's why I thought this boss was so fun to mess around with. And I'm sure a lot of people are working towards trying to one-shot it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's how it's going to be done here. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel about this this boss and how you're taking it down and what your team is. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.